Hello, everyone. It is finally time to have that talk. It's finally time to have that discussion. And even though on my side, I would like it to be a mature discussion, I do imagine there's going to be some people watching this who are going to make comments in the section, all in caps, refuting everything that I'm about to say, which I have to tell you, even though I'm a free thinker and allow free speech and all this and that, I'm not gonna allow any foolishness in the comments. So if that is your attempt, if that is your plan, consider it squashed. Okay? I would like this to be a mature discussion. So let's get right into it. No doubt, this month celebrates those who have shared the same shade of skin that I have, the accomplishments, the victories, everything that has gone to this month. And we celebrate people who look like me, and also all the accomplishments, everything we've accomplished, and even past accomplishments which don't get mentioned all that much, right? But it's not about this month. Really, it's about a big question that I would like to ask all of you out there, and I like it to be an honest discussion between the both of us. Where do I stand with you? Where do I, as a person who wears a shade of skin, stand with you? Does it, or let me go back. Excuse me. In The Wire season 2, a character named Brother Mazone, who was out to, I think, was hired to kill Omar, but then eventually took out someone else, said the following. I'm paraphrasing him: the most dangerous black man in America, the most dangerous black man in America, is one with a library card. And I would agree with that. In fact, the scariest threat to America, as mentioned in the title, is someone who is articulate, well spoken, well dressed, and who shares my shade. Now you may think, oh no, that's not true, Charlie. That's not true. And I have to say this: you may be accepting of someone like me, but I often have to fit into a certain box. My essence of who I am and what I'm about has to be crammed up into a certain box of your choosing, of your conscious liking. Because only then, when you have those conversations with me, only then when you make a racial joke, you would think that I would laugh at that joke because you think it's funny. Well, on the other hand, I don't think it's all that funny. You would think because I'm in your presence that I have to act and be a certain way to please you, make you feel like, hey, Charlie's one of the boys, right? When instead, I'm not even close to being one of your pals. It's always the experience in someone like me who lives in this country. In order to be accepted by you, I have to be in a certain box. I have to fit a certain mode of character for you to accept me, instead of just accepting me as is, right? I do have intelligence. I do speak articulately. Sorry about that. I am able to string words together into form a sentence. I'm an author for that reason, right? But again, in this country, past, present, and who knows of the future, I, as a person who wears this shade, have to fit into your ideal of who I am, instead of accepting me for who I really am. I live in South Los Angeles. One time, the red and the blue dominated this area. You saw and heard the countless stories of young people being murdered and killed in drive-by shootings. So you formed an opinion about people who live in this area, because they're gangbangers, they're drug dealers, they're all this and that. Instead of looking at someone who is just like me, who went to school, who studied, who achieved good grades, went to college, graduated with those good grades, and made something of their lives. Not only is it my personal story, but it's a personal story of all the young men and women that I have watched as a teacher's aide and now as a teacher. I've seen them. I had to grade their papers. I had to talk with them. These young people have gone through so much in this area. Loss of a friend, loss of a family member, not by just gun violence or gang violence, but natural causes. Things that we have experienced over and over again in this community and other communities like this one that people just don't want to know because we don't fit that box. This is something that's not that puzzling because it's always been this country's way of saying if someone like me is advancing, we have to be held back because we make the other people uncomfortable. We don't give them that feeling of ease that they can relate to us, right? All the stereotypical images of us, the words flung in our direction, and yet still, we're still out here trying to do what we can. Not because we want to fit in your box, but because we want to progress like everyone else. Living here in this country does give us the opportunity when we're allowed to, not by violence or anything else, but by just being educated, going out there and helping our communities and helping everyone else outside our community, but mainly our communities, because those are the individuals and the people and the families that need help and need someone to come in and show them there's always a better way. For most of my life, I've taught in this area, and it distresses me when I see young people who I would rather see them in the books, learning, studying in class, not going on their phones, not talking to their friends, not treating education as if it ain't gonna work for me anyway. But that's the way our young people currently and in the past, I had to deal with them, have always treated that. And I don't like that at all. I had to go through that myself when I was in school here in South Los Angeles, growing up here. There was one school that was gang influenced right down the street from me. And there was really nothing you can do in class. I mean, there was one class in which there was something but talking going on, everything else. But again, that's my experience. And that's something I had to go through. Our schools in this area have never been the best. And charter schools come into this area hoping that you fit in that box. Their box, not the box of the community. Yes, now you can say Black Lives Matter and everything like that, but it's through their lens, not our lens, not what we go through. So again, where do I stand with you? Where do I, as a black man living in this country, stand with the rest of American society? Who am I to you? Am I Charlie, the guy that you always know me since high school and who, is a good guy, doesn't say anything bad? Or am I Charlie, the guy that was, according to a good friend of mine, pushed back from a high school editorial role in a newspaper because just simply who I was? or maybe because I wrote an article or two that the school wondered about my presence there. I don't know. I can't answer for you, but I can answer for myself. And I'm going to say, if this is truly the land of the free and the home of the brave, you have to accept me and others who look like me just as we are. You're going to have to face this sooner or later. That either you accept me for who I am, or just don't accept me at all. Just don't think that Charlie is in your circles for a reason. And don't think I'm going to laugh at your jokes, or I'm your friend because I can tolerate your prejudice. Our friendship has to be more than that. Our relationships with each other has to be more than that. Much more. Because I'm all about South Los Angeles all day, every day, and the people that live in it. The elders that I grew up who taught me right from wrong, not just my parents. The stores I used to go to, the places that I visited, the roller skating rink that was right down the street from me when we could have those. And of course, going through school and just learning to be the best that I can be so I'm able to communicate and talk with you. I would like to be seen as a human being. I would like to walk down the street and not feel like police are going to harass me. I would love to feel that I'm judged based on the merit of my character rather than the color of my skin. But here in America, why ruin a good thing? Why ruin a good thing that's profitable for some and not all? I deserve to be treated like a human being just like everyone else, and not fit into a box of your choosing. I deserve that because I'm here on this earth. There's no respect of persons with God. And there's no respect of persons, or there should be no respect of persons with us either. But unfortunately, there is. So I want to end this by just asking again a basic, simple question. Where do I stand with you? Do I scare you because of my mental capacity before my strokes? Do I scare you because I'm articulate and I can put two words together? Do I scare you because you suspect my thoughts that I'm better than you? Is that your fear? Is that your thought? Do you honestly believe that? Do you honestly feel that I want to have some kind of superiority over you, mental or otherwise? Physical? I remember the specials of TV specials a long time ago about are blacks physically superior to whites, and I thought that was so crazy. I mean, train your body the way that you want to train, and the result is that you either have that ability or you don't. Just like everything else, right? You train your mind, you train your body to the level that you want it to be. But again, it's not profitable. It's not viewership watching worthy. Personally, I can answer the question. I think I have answered it in the time I shared with you. But I like to know, I really like to know, where do I stand with you? In this February, this Black History Month, I think I'm not the only one who wants that question answered in a mature, thoughtful manner. The rest, I'll leave with you. If you're so inclined, please like or subscribe or leave a thoughtful, reasonable comment down below. All other comments that border on insanity, you're not going to make it. Sorry. But I would say that I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you spending time listening to my thoughtful analysis of everything regarding my culture and skin color. And there's more videos that touch on different subjects and not just on the racial. This is the first time ever that I've ever dealt with that on this channel. And hopefully, prayerfully, it'll be the last time. But I'm sure as we head into this new era, this is going to be the first of many. So again, like, subscribe, comment, and click the link above to visit my website if you'd like to see what books that I am written and produced and will introduce in the future. But to everyone, I wish you all the best, no matter who you are, no matter what your skin color is. I wish you all the best, and I wish that this year would be a good one for you. I really do. Wherever you live, whoever you are, doesn't matter as long as you're doing well. And I just want to say thank you for watching, and until the next time, take care.